into the freshman class presidents. Same thing for you guys, one by one you guys will come up. Only difference is instead of having a 1 minute opening, you guys have a 2 minute opening. So, because you guys will be reaching out for more like a broader aspect of the freshmen. So 2 minute opening, same thing, 2 questions from the moderators, 2 questions from everyone from outside, and then 1 minute closing, not 2 minute closing, it'll be a 1 minute closing. And then after that, we'll call it a day. So same way, just come in the order you guys are sitting in, and then we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Rachel Deal, and I'm running for freshman class president. So in high school, I was voted most clumsy. I wasn't the student council president or even a secretary. I was just most clumsy. And I am. I fumbled my class in draws moving to Cyprus, but I want to offer you more than that, and I know that I can. As leader of business and marketing on my robotics team, separate from my high school, I ran my team's social media accounts. I spoke to judges about awards and competitions, talked to businesses about sponsorships, and wrote letters to both potential and past donors. As a manager, I kept our space organized and talked to even more judges. I maintained our team image. As safety captain, I put my team's priorities first above all else and kept careful watch. I spoke up when it was necessary. And that's what I want to bring to you. I want to do more for you than just clog up the doorway with my plaster draws. I want to be more to you than just another classmate, than just another resident in your building, and just another college student on campus. And I know that I have what it takes to do so, and to be your freshman class president.
Hello, my name is Danny Goncalves, and I'm running for freshman class president. I am running because in high school I was very involved, so now in college I want to continue that involvement. I have a lot of experience with leadership. I was the president of the National Honor Society. I was the vice president of the History Honor Society, and then I was president of the French Club, and I was also the head representative of the senior class for 3 years. So I have a lot of experience with leadership. I have experience with different officer positions in different clubs and activities, and I hope to bring that to NJIT. I hope to use my experience here to bring our community closer together, because in my 2 weeks here, I've noticed that everyone's sort of in their separate corners and not everyone really knows each other yet. So I'm looking forward to creating activities where more people can get involved and meet new people, and also, for example, bowling activities or volleyball activities. I see that's popular too. And thank you.
I'm good.
Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sweeta Das. If you don't already know me, I'm a freshman here studying business with a concentration in marketing, and I'm running to be your freshman president. Although being a freshman doesn't really provide me with much experience here at NJIT, I plan to use the assets and skills that I gained in high school to aid me in my position. As freshman president, my position entails, unifying the freshmen, whether that's within the commuters and the residents themselves, or even the upperclassmen. So, from my experience of high school, I have gained leadership skills as being a peer leader. I was a role model for the underclassmen, and I worked with underclassmen from high school all the way down to the elementary schools. So I'm really good at working with my peers and achieving a common goal. I was also senior captain of the track and field team as a throwers, and that really helps you with communicating with people around you and, again, being a leader and being an example for other people. I was also in Student Senate, although I was not on the board in my 4 years of high school. I worked along the board to, achieve goals and make things happen, because it's one thing to have an idea, but then it's another thing to have a plan and actually achieve something. So I feel like those are things that can help in my position, and I hope that you vote for me.
Hi everyone, I'm Colton Prensel, and I'm running for freshman class president. I'm a biomedical engineering major here at NJIT. I was a student council rep and an honor society leader in high school. Like all of you, my hard work in high school paid off with my enrollment at NJIT. I'm happy to have this privilege, but of course this comes with a huge financial commitment. It's because of this huge commitment, tens of thousands of dollars spent on our residences and education, that we deserve to set extremely high standards for our college. I'd love to be your president so that together we can hold NJIT to that standard. I'm Colton Prensel, and I'm asking you to hashtag join the Colt. Thank you.
My name is Mohammed Abdulrahman, and I'm running for class president. I know I have 2 minutes, and I will take 30 seconds to tell you who I am, but a minute and a half to tell you what I want to do, because it's a lot easier to show people what you represent than to tell people what you represent. You don't go to people and you tell them, oh, I'm a good president. You show them that you're a good president. Sure, I can talk a beautiful speech, but can I walk this beautiful speech? That's what people do. You know, people are all lip service. And you know, the freshman body don't like lip service. I gotta have haste and show action. And you know, I understand the freshmen, you know, we're at the bottom of the food chain. Everybody's shortchanging the freshmen, giving them the short end of the stick. You know, it's an unfortunate reality. I know the sophomores have issues and the seniors have issues, but you don't cross a bridge until you get there. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But right now, freshmen have issues. I know my vision is to bring about unity. Oh, I'm a chemical engineer and I'm a biomedical engineer. What's wrong with you? You're all freshmen. So what's the problem? So if we bring about that sense of unity and that sense of community, regardless of who we are and what we represent, we can accomplish something great. And you know, very broadly, I want to do recreational events as well as academic events, because you know, sometimes you need to give people what they need before you give them what they want. So you know, by doing academic events, you give people what they need. You know, they need a boost. We at NJIT is hard to get in, but even harder to get out. Like somebody just mentioned the other day. I know that is my vision and that is my philosophy, and I hope I get an opportunity to show that to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Well done, all of you. Now we'll be going to monitor your questions. We'll be giving you 2 questions. Once again, you know, one question will be 1 question. 5 of you will respond. 30 seconds each. Monty, if you want to give them a question. Okay. So you've been on campus for a week or so, maybe even longer with orientation, EOP, etc. What is something that you instantly do not like and would like to change in the next 4 years?
Okay. So, it's been a really great week on campus. I guess one of the things I would like to change is I go to the dining hall and I see some people I know and I wave to them, but there's a lot of people sitting alone. So there's definitely a need for a little more engagement, whether it's through different events, that really speak to everyone, so it's not just these people sitting alone having breakfast. Maybe they don't have their other friends in their classes, but we need some kind of event that brings those people, those loners, together.
Okay, well, I've also noticed that there's a...
Into the camera. Speak into the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, yes.
Start over? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well, I've also noticed that a lot of people are like separate in their separate like corners, and not everyone like made a lot of friends yet. And I guess that's because it's only been like a week, but I want to create activities where people can meet each other. Because this week, like at night, like people don't really have much to do. There's not really activities going on, and they just sit in their rooms and isolate themselves. And I want to improve that.
So I've noticed that we've had events all weekend on campus, and there were definitely a lot of people on campus living there that didn't attend anything, and that's not going to help bring our freshman class together. I think we need to have more events geared towards freshmen so we don't end up with the typical high school cliques and that people don't get along and people feel alone, because at NJIT my goal is to bring people together and make them feel that they have a place here and that they feel like they don't have to like fit in, they just belong. So that's my goal.
So a lot of the previous candidates have brought a lot of focus onto these events, so I'd like to take a different approach here. At the dining hall, there are many complaints many people have been telling me about that they have with the dining hall. Some of them I can't go into right now. But for one thing, I would really just like some paper cups that I can put my ketchup and honey mustard into, whereas right now I'm stuck with using a cereal bowl. And in the next 4 years, I'm determined to change that. Thank you.
You know, just the other day, I had to change my schedule, and you know, I had to go through 4 or 5, 6 different departments. You know, everybody's giving me the runaround. So I think there needs to be better communication. So if we foster better communication, you know, we create a more efficient system, and the university runs a lot better. So I think there needs to be communication. I really did not like how everybody was transferring over to the next person. So if we can communicate, you know, with the faculty, with the staff, with the students, with everybody as one body, then we should be fine.
All right, thank you. We'll have one more question.
Okay, so as a first year student and freshman class president, Your job will be to create a sense of community and connectivity between all the first-year students. What events and activities do you plan on doing to create the sense of connection?
First of all, I really like what Mohammed said about showing them what they need before giving them what they want. So a lot of academic events would help. Different study groups and things that, like, if I'm in math class and I don't understand the problem, I can always just turn around to the person behind me. If I'm not next to him and I don't have the content information, I don't know that. So for these people that don't and can't speak up, then I think that we need to help them form their study groups before giving them the events that they want, like the volleyball tournaments and the Gaga fair and stuff.
Well, I was thinking of planning events, like sporting events. I see like volleyball is very popular and bowling, but I know there's a lot of people that are not into sports. And then I also noticed that a lot of people are just put into these learning communities, and I guess they befriend these like people in their learning communities, but then they don't meet other people that other learning communities, so they think that that's the only people that attend this school. So I think we should create activities where we cross learning communities or make learning communities work together on activities and stuff, such like that. Thank you.
So one thing I noticed is a huge disconnect between the communities and the residents, and I know that, like, as a freshman representative, your job is to, you know, bridge that gap and create a sense of unity and plan events. But aside from like planning events that people can attend, I feel that one thing that we could really use on campus is somewhere for the commuters to like sit and rest. So if we had like hammocks on the third floor balcony, like the terrace, like we could really use that for commuters to sit and rest, or just some outdoor senior people to enjoy their time here on campus and their off time instead of just sitting in your dorm and like not really engaging with other people.
I think the fastest and most effective way to promote unity amongst our class is to really encourage these so-called open door policies amongst halls, where during a select few hours, everyone in a certain floor opens their door, and that's showing that they are welcoming everyone else into their dorm, and they can stop by if they want to. I think that really promotes friendliness amongst our dorms and our college. Thanks.
Can I ask for the question to be repeated? May I do that?
So the question is, as a first-year student, your job will be to create a sense of community and connection between all the first-year students. What events or activities do you plan on doing to create this sense of connection?
I think that we should assimilate the recreational events and the academic events. Like, oh, make him solve a math problem, and if he gets it right, you know, send him down. Because I think we need to combine those types of events, because people, they attend events to get away from the classroom. But yet, we need to teach you, it's still an academic institution. So if we can assimilate those two principles and create this idea and, you know, preach it to the entire freshman body and tell you, hey, this is what brings us all together, being freshmen, come out and look at this new initiative, we should be good.
Callahan, you take it from here.
Thank you, everyone. So the audience would like to know, based on your resident representatives who talked about, you know, using upperclassmen connections and their advice. So if you were elected, how would you use your upperclassmen connections to make an impact, as well as how would you establish this connection for representatives past your term?
As president, if my job is to create a sense of unity, it's not only really among the freshmen, but we're going to be we're going to be sophomores, we're going to be juniors, we're going to be seniors. So everyone should have that sense of unity with the whole school, even if we're just freshmen. Yeah.
Well, I think it's very important that we work with other classes' officers. We did that in high school. It was very successful. As a senior, all the other underclassmen would always come to me for advice and help and how to lead their class. And as a freshman class president, I would definitely go to the upperclassmen and ask them for advice, and because they have more experience than I do, and they would help me out if I ever encounter an issue.
So speaking of that sense of unity, as Rachel stated, is that, not only within the freshmen, but within the upperclassmen as well. So personally, since high school, I've become much more outgoing, my first week of being here, I'm already friends with so many people, and that's just from talking to people. I've, befriended like my RAs and peer leaders and all these people on campus that I've become friends with, and I think that's a really good connection to have, because even if I don't win the selection, or if I in the future remember something I don't win, I still have people that I can give my ideas to who can relay that information to other people as well.
I believe the best leaders are ones who not only know how to lead, but also how to follow. So, obviously all of us running here for freshman class president are freshmen, but we have plenty of resources such as seniors, juniors, sophomores, and the faculty here to go to if we ever need help. I think to promote unity, we really need to break through these different class barriers and really just talk to everyone regardless of their class, especially since the seniors have a little bit more knowledge than we did.
As the saying goes, you ask the people of knowledge when you do not know. So the freshmen, they have that experience, both good and bad. So you must ask them, oh, what did you do and how did the freshman body respond? What did you do good and they responded positively, and what did you do bad and they responded negatively? And with that take away, with that information, then you can mold your vision or your mission or your philosophy or whatever it may be to produce similar results.
Thank you. The audience would like to know, how do you plan on incorporating the freshman class into NJIT community using your platform besides activities and events?
Okay, well, that's not a question I was expecting. Okay, we can't use activities and events. So besides that, another great way of communication is, our cell phones, our group chats, the internet, any kind of apps we have. It doesn't need to be an in-person event. And if we have some kind of communication line with the rest of the grades and the rest of the community, the faculty, the staff, with everyone, that's a way for everyone to interact without it being an event. So.
Well, I believe communication is very important, and I know there's plenty of existing group me's where a bunch of the NJIT students are already a part of, and I know that not every student is a part of that group me. But I think we could do other things to improve in communication, especially like within our buildings, within our floors. So if we have any problems, like it's known.
So as you said as well, like communication is huge, and even myself, like I'm part of so many different group me's and Facebook pages, and I think that's just a really good way to get people to know each other, and it's up to the individual to branch out and talk to people. Like personally, I think that I'm a pretty approachable person, and I've definitely been able to branch out and talk to other people. So communicating is the best way to just get people together.
I absolutely agree. I think the best form of communication, obviously, since we all have cell phones, is to obviously use those cell phones for group chats and group mates. I know that soon, and especially if I'm elected, I'll be making my phone number, my group mate, and my email all public, because I really like to communicate with the entire freshman class and the entire class abroad.
If we're not using functions and events, then we must turn to the classroom. We must preach the idea that, when you're in the classroom, help your fellow freshmen out. And by that way, by creating that environment where they're helping each other through academics, they get to know one another. So not only are they enhancing their academic skills, they're also fostering a bond.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. Now we can go into your closings. Once again, you get 1 minute each. You can start from how you guys got up.
And I'm Rachel Beer, I'm running for president. For my closing statement, I'd like to list my platform, goals, and promises as your class president. 1, I promise to stay connected and to interact. I think it's really great to interact with everyone in the whole community of NJIT. I promise to think first and to always listen. I promise to learn from my mistakes and from other people's mistakes. I promise to guide others and help any way that I can. I promise to address and fix all problems that are given to me, even if I need to seek help from other people. I promise to manage time efficiently because time really it passes by really quickly. And the best thing to do is take advantage of the time you have. And I promise to always move forward and not let obstacles get in my way. Thank you, I'm Rachel Deal, and I think that I will be your ideal candidate.
Hello, Danny Goncalves, running for class president. I just want to let you guys know that I believe that I'm very qualified, and I look forward to, if I'm elected as president, to use my past knowledge and skills from high school and bring it to NJIT, hopefully to make us feel more as a family, get to know each other, bring as many students together so that we could get involved and we could create activities. And yeah, thank you. Vote for Danny.
Hi, once again, I'm Sweeta Das, and I'm running for your freshman class president. If elected, my main goal is to bridge the gap between freshmen and commuters alike, as well as freshmen and upperclassmen. And 4 years ago, as a high school freshman, I was shy, I was awkward, I didn't want to talk to people. I stuck to my small group of friends, but now I'm standing in front of all of you running for freshman president, which is insane to me. I want everyone to feel that they have a place here on campus and that they fit in and then they can talk to people. And you know, if you ever see me on campus, don't be afraid to come up and say hi, and don't be afraid to say hi to other people, because that's how you're going to have your best time here the next 4 years. So once again, vote for me, Sweeta Das, freshman
I was
class
raised
president.
in a single mother, low-income home. So like many of you here, coming to NJIT was a huge improvement to my entire standard of living. This is my new home. So you can trust my dedication to not just improving, but perfecting our school. If you ever would like to tell me about the issues you're having on campus, I'm at Redwood, at room 520. My door is always open. Once again, my name's Colton Prensel, and I'm asking you to join the Colt and vote for me. Thank you.
I would just like to start off by saying that I am a man of the people, because the people is where the benefit is and nowhere else. And you know, I believe that, you know, I will be a very good listener, because like the saying goes, your tongue may be silver, but silence is golden. And when you are silent, you listen. And yes, you do not need your eyes to listen, but when you look at somebody when they are speaking, you tell them, yes, I understand what you're saying, and what you have to say is important to me. And I believe I can do that, and coupled with my sense of hastiness, we can get something great accomplished together. Thank you.